6.
There is a handful of men in this country who are agonizingly aware of a serious problem: how to stay well and fit in a time when our civilization is on the verge of being swamped by a tidal wave of unprecedented luxury and ease.
It's quite well known that the North American man is in horrible physical state. A few simple tests will show you just how badly he's out of condition. It's really shocking when you see some of the results taken from these tests. You know, a lot of people think, well, I don't really have to be in shape because, well, I don't play games, I'm no athlete. Well, that's just where the big mistake is made.
Mr. Al Menzies, aged 43, has been a physical director of the YMCA for 18 years. During the last 10 years, he has observed a generally unnoticed change in the physical condition of the average Canadian.
It develops very quickly into a sedentary way of living. It's even creeping down into our youngsters. We're not teaching them physical education in our schools. We seem to be afraid to do anything that might exert a person nowadays. And it's all wrong, because life is a tough thing. To be fit to meet it demands physical fitness.
It would be more accurate to say life used to be a tough thing. 50 years ago, most Canadians pumped water, chopped firewood, carried coal simply in order to eat. Today, all the food we can get down appears before us at a word. Prince Philip declared in Toronto, "This standard of living which we are so proud of, and which seems to be the goal of all the nations of the world, is having the same effect upon the community as a plastered cast has upon the muscles of the body." Many of us, indeed, are trapped by a combination of easy gluttony, which loads on the pounds, and gadgetry, which consolidates them. Every time a machine robs us of the work a muscle used to do, we get a minute fraction weaker. In 400 BC, Hippocrates, the father of medicine, stated, "That which is used develops. That which is not used wastes away." Scientific studies indicate that without regular physical activity and moderate eating, we cannot expect a long, healthy life. Many people, of course, watch their diet and take part in active sports or regular exercise. But some feel that more heroic measures are needed. This is a report on less ordinary ways of tackling the problem: how to keep in shape.
Watch those holds. Keep those elbows in there, Ernie. Push a little more of that arm. That's the idea. Okay. Kick and get out of it, Ernie. Kick and get out of it. Don't stay there. The whole idea is getting away from those holds. As soon as you're in danger, turn and get away. That's it. Yes, sir.
Tell me about the art of wrestling.
Well, the art of wrestling, as you know, is one of the oldest sports in the world.
Bob McNabb coaches wrestling at the Y in Montreal. He has had a varied career, including movie stand-in for George Formby. In his time, he has won provincial, Dominion, and British Empire wrestling championships.
To me, I think it's one of the finest sports in the world for building a man up. For the simple reason that every muscle in your body works together at the same time. And it makes your blood flow freely through your veins, which is a very good thing for health. It's a well-known sport. Every man seems to go for it. They seem to like it because it's bodily contact and it's a rough sport. And as you know, men like rough sports.
This school of thought holds that the best way for a man to keep in good physical condition is to match his muscles against a powerful opposing force.
Is it dangerous at all?
No, it's not dangerous. Yeah, they may have the odd accidents which can happen in any sport. Doesn't matter what sport you're in. The odd accident will happen. But we found out we have less accidents in wrestling than any other sport. It makes you mentally fit and very, very fast. You can grasp things fast and makes you think faster. Makes you always active. You're always ready. Your reflexes are much faster and everything, and you're ready to think when you see anything coming.
Most people don't have the ambition to do this kind of thing. What do you think's the matter?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they're lacking the drive. I think maybe this wrestling gave me the drive to do those things. It made me very ambitious. I was full of pep. Even today at home, my wife says, "Geez, Bob," says, "where do you get all the pep?" She says, "You take it easy." She says, "You're going to kill yourself." That's why I take it easy. I said, I'm always doing everything fast. I like moving. I get a good exercise out of it. I always feel full of pep. I think it'd make a better nation, the people they had with more wrestlers in it. Make them strong-minded, and make them healthy, and full of vim and vigor, and very ambitious. We'd get places faster, I think, if people went in for sports more.
To combat the harmful effects of the easy life, man need not oppose man. There are those who pit their strength against the force of gravity.
I think that the majority of the people today are suffering from nerves, high tension, brought on by our fast way of living and our insecurity.
Mr. Ben Weider of Montreal is a well-known publisher of health books and bodybuilding magazines sold in more than a dozen languages, including Japanese. He has gone as far afield as the Soviet Union and China to study physical culture for the masses.
Well, you asked me before, what are the advantages of bodybuilding? Well, I have an exact case that could speak better than all the words I could explain to you. Now, here, for example, is a young French-Canadian boy. His name is André Le Pen. Here he is at the age of 16. He weighs about 90 pounds here. As you can see, he's quite skinny. He's run down. He suffered from quite a few colds, and he missed many days in school. He actually suffered from an inferiority complex because of his thin condition. Now, here is the same chap exactly 1 year later, after embarking on an intelligent program of physical culture and proper eating habits. Now, what more can I say about the importance of physical culture than these two photos here shows? Now, I have here Billy Hill, a former 90-pound weakling who today has won practically all the athletic titles that are possible for a bodybuilder. He's Mr. Montreal, he won Mr. Canada, Mr. America, and Mr. Universe recently. Now, many people are under the impression that if women exercise like the men do, they'll get muscles. Well, that's not true, because the way women are made, they don't get muscles. They get firm, round-shaped curves. But actually, women do not obtain muscles through this type of training. They lose their fat, or they can gain weight under a proper diet and exercise. So actually, we recommend this type of physical culture for women as well as men and children. A lot of people will find that by obtaining a barbell set, they could carry on the complete physical culture program right in the privacy of their own homes. This way they can get their wives and children to train together, and that makes for a healthy, happy family. This is one of thousands of physical culture studios that are springing up here in Canada over the last couple of years. Each of the studios have several hundred members. These are what we call private physical culture clubs. Now there are hundreds, actually thousands more, which belong to different YMCAs and different athletic groups, universities, schools of all sorts. Training in accordance to your own strength. That's the key to our system of training. There's no easy way, there's no simple way. They have to undergo a moderate, intelligent physical culture program, as these boys are doing here at Billy Hill's gym in Montreal.
All physical fitness experts agree that labor-saving devices are largely responsible for our generally flabby state. Some of them believe that we must turn the tables. We must fight machine with machine if we are to regain the shape that we believe to be ideal.
I have a very strong conviction that the North American continent is getting very placid. The people are getting very slothful in their way of life and activity, and I see quite a comparison between the fall of the Roman Empire, or the start of the fall of the Roman Empire, and our society as it is today. And I think it's a deplorable situation because the people have gone so far economically and scientifically, but they're neglecting their health. And
Mr. Don Albrecht is manager of the Esquire Health Studio in Montreal, a studio typical of many springing up throughout the country.
Driving big cars and things like that means more to them, and they work very hard for that, and then they, instead of getting any actual physical exercises or outside entertainment things, they work all day and then come home and watch TV or something, and it gets to be a very relaxed and unactive way of life. And that's very much in line with the attitude of the Romans shortly before their collapse. So it's educating these people on keeping in condition, keeping fit, having a longer, happier, healthier life. And as our slogan of our studios is concerned, it's joining the studios is the step in your life to put more life in your step.
Working at a faster pace. Women, if they're in business, are working at a faster pace. If they're housewives, their time is consumed, of course, through TV. They have automatic washers and dryers to do, floor polishers. Just about anything you care to mention in a household appliance today is automatic. And it, in turn, has a great influence on their figures. Hence the huge if you recall, a number of years ago, they never had the supply, not supply actually, but the demand for girdles and corsets that they've had in the last 10 years. It's a fantastic market today, as far as I can see, with the increased pace that we're living today. Everyone has need, and I think we eventually will see a form of exercising apparatus in most homes in North America, such as the portable typewriter has started to do in the last few years. Your home is not complete unless you have a portable writing device. The same will hold true. People will have to start to take their daily exercise.
Mr. Paul Sears is manager of a branch of the Stauffer's system of reducing, one of a far-flung network of salons using machines based on the principle termed passive exercise.
Now, patient lies with their head on the table, the hips on platform, feet on bars. Would you please put the switch on and I'll show you how it works. As the table's in motion and the person has their hips on the platform, this tends to correct pelvic area back into proper alignment, all while eliminating sway back, bulging hips, and thus slimming thighs. The fat cells melt. She might feel a tingling all over the body. That is because of increased circulation, and it is a very pleasant feeling. I'll take you over to the next table if you wish to come over. This is the leg table. Some people call it the miracle table, literally because it removes unwanted inches from the hips, thighs, and it also normalizes the contour of the leg, thus slimming the thigh, leg, and ankle.
Finally, there are those who believe that neither mechanical nor physical means alone get to the root of the problem.
Gajananam bhudaganadi sevidam kabidhajam phalasara bhachidam Umasuram shoka vinacha karanam Namami Vikneshwara pada pangajam Ya kundendu tushara haradhala Ya shibravastra vida Ya veena varadanda mandidagara Ya brahmachira shankara.
Swami Vishnu Devananda was trained in the art of yoga at the Vedanta Forest University in India. He is a missionary who conducts classes in yoga nightly in downtown Montreal.
Headstand position, hands in triangle position, slow motion, raise the knees, hands firm, triangle position.
The yoga philosophy holds that a disciplined body is only a means to an end, the end being an elevated state of mind.
Keep that back. That's good. Stop here. Good. Go up. Now slowly come down. Slow bend, slow motion. First of all, what is the purpose of exercise?
To be healthy?
But how?
Who's the interviewer? I guess just to use the body properly.
No, the main purpose of exercise is to increase circulation and to get more oxygen supply. When you do exercise, what happens? the more muscles become active, and then it gives more stimulation to the heart, and the lungs becomes more deep, and the breathing will become very deep. So you get more oxygen and circulation is increased. So our theory is you should not give too much hard exercise to the muscles, so that the heart will not be affected too much. So they found out a simple method, slow movement of the joints, which brings more circulation. When you do 100 times, 200 times, your muscles contract and relax, there will be fatigue in the muscle fibers. But here you may do 3 hours or 10 hours yogi exercises, never feel any fatigue or tiresome. You come with full of energy, you can do more work and more concentration. There is a natural tendency for the ligaments to get shortened as we grow old. So at the age of 20, one can hardly touch the toe. When you reach 30, you can never even touch it. And 40, 50, the body is like a statue. So here the yogi's method is to keep the body, by keeping the body elastic and supple, especially the spinal column, you can maintain your youth and long life. So what is yoga? Is a regulated life, controlling your body, controlling your diet, controlling your breathing, controlling your thought, emotions, and then thinking of the Supreme Being is yoga. So whether you believe in yoga or not, you are all practicing unconsciously or consciously. But if you practice consciously and systematically in a scientific way, you can achieve very good results in a short period of time. And it can be practiced by anybody, and whatever may be their age or circumstances. Wherever man is, whether it is east or west, man is the same, and he has got the same problem. And everybody is searching one thing. What is that one thing which we are all searching in common? Bliss, joy, happiness. So even in modern life, if you know how to control your mind, how to control your thoughts, how to regulate your body, how to control your breathing, naturally you can be the happiest person than when you are not practicing such things. So it is, whether you are in the east or west, or whether you are materialistic or spiritual man, everybody can practice yoga.
All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 foot. Other foot. Now.
Yes, we're all looking for the same thing, happiness. But most of us look for it in comfort, in physical ease. And almost everything in our society fosters that goal. We accept comfort as the aim of life.
2, 3, 4, 5.
No more coal to shovel.
That's fine.
No more ashes to lug out. We can even change channels by remote control.
The shoulders well back, chest up. Use the legs.
We have the second highest standard of living in the world. But it is estimated that the majority of Canadian adult males are physically about 10 years older than their actual ages. And they say the situation is getting worse. The more determined among us are doing something about it.
That's what we like to hear. Have a good time. Let's everybody on the run here.